Okay, welcome back. It's been a little while, but I've finally made some progress. We've had the shock rebuilt. I didn't do that myself. Nice powder coated blue spring, painted over throughout. This is an important part. There's a metal plate, an aluminium plate here that ties the gearbox to the top of the frame. Important thing in terms of handling on one of these bikes. Mudguard, another BMW one, I think it might be an R65. I'm going to probably shorten that a little bit more. There's a rear mudguard mounted to the subframe there, and I've found a really cool little tail light, which was a bit of a game to fit, but it's come out pretty well. We'll have a look at that in a minute. So the tank used to have a big indentation here where the original cap sat, and I've got this, the Monza cap sits on this threaded neck. We'll need a little bit more filler just to tidy those little nicks up, and it sits down on a rubber gasket. You just have to try and get it the right attitude so it faces front back. There's a lot of filler in here. Took an ages to rub that all down and get it smooth. Okay, so this plate. The reason for this is that the BMW engine is only mounted in the frame by these two bolts just here. Nothing ties it to the top of the frame, and with the crankshaft operating in line with the frame, as the engine produces torque, it tries to twist the whole thing in the frame. So this stiffens the whole chassis up and will improve the handling quite a bit. It's simply mounted to the frame by this bracket, two bolts, and at the back of the gearbox there are the two main gearbox mounting bolts. It goes on there and ties the whole thing up nice and tight. And the rear mudguard just mounted to the subframe here. In front of you can see the nice new paintwork on the shock. Cost a couple of $100. Well worth it in my opinion. And finally the tail light. I've got this cool little thing, 5 LEDs in a row, really bright, tail and brake, and they're going to mount inside the rear tail unit. So the hard bit, of course, was drilling 5 holes exactly in a straight line, exactly the right diameter, and to fit the tail light here, but it's pretty much straight and about right. These will slot through and fit like that with a bracket on the inside. Nice little touch, I think. Okay, so that's where we're at the moment. It won't be long before we get the paintbrush out, or the spray cans. I'm just going to do that myself with aerosols. The frame, I'm not decided yet whether to powder coat or paint. The pros and cons for me are that with powder coat you can't really touch up stone chips and so on. Paint, yeah, maybe I'm leaning towards paint really, maybe 2-pack. Got to decide the colours yet. I've got a vague idea the colouring is going to be charcoal grey metallic for most of it, with some silver pinstripes and some blue panels here, maybe here or maybe here. We'll work that out in a while. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.